All right, just as I was about to hop on here and record something else, the Broncos made my life a little bit easier. Nathaniel Hackett fired following the 4-11 start of the season after losing 51-14, and which was a absolutely embarrassing game on Christmas yesterday. The offense of the Broncos has been horrible, nothing short of horrible, and it really is the accumulation, if that's even a word, of how much we value the offensive side of the ball that teams now are just willing to pluck any offensive coordinator in a moderately successful offense. Looking at the Broncos' offensive numbers this year, last in points, last in touchdowns, last in red zone attempts, 25th in yards, last in sacks allowed. There are so many statistical categories that they are either last or bottom third in the league. Their best statistical category is their turnovers. Okay, congratulations. They weren't turning over the ball, but when they had the ball, they weren't doing anything with it. And we saw it on the forefront week 1 against Seattle, where the situational play calling was horrible. The play calling in the second half was horrible, and we should have paid more attention to it then. But there was Russell Wilson, and this offense was supposed to be one of the best in the league, and this was a Super Bowl contending team. I had the Broncos winning the Super Bowl this year. I thought the Denver Broncos were going to win the Super Bowl, and now they fired their coach. Season not even done yet. They're 4-11. They were one of the first teams mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. I definitely still lean on the side that you should hire an offensive-minded coach. This league is progressing in a way that offense is how you're going to win championships. Defensive-minded coaches can get it done. We've seen Sean McDermott. They have a lot of success there. We haven't seen the defensive-minded head coach carry an offense. And this is what an offense is what you need now to win in modern NFL. You need an offensive system. You need a good quarterback. You need a good passing attack to win games. So everyone's just neglecting the defensive-minded coaches. And again, I mostly agree with that. Like, a lot of people are talking about Dan Quinn getting another head coaching job. I wouldn't want Dan Quinn as a head coach of my team. I want to find some young offensive-minded coach. And yeah, look down at Miami and how McDaniel's doing. Yeah, he's sharp. He's had a great start to the season, but now he's 8-7. There's bumps along the way. Andy Reid is the best coach right now in the NFL, in my opinion. If you can find somebody even close to Andy Reid. Now, Andy Reid's blessed with Patrick Mahomes. I'm kind of rambling at this point. Offense is still the way to go in this league, and that is undeniable. But you can't just go out and pluck any old offensive coordinator and try to make it work. There's a reason why Nathaniel Hackett has been a coordinator his entire career, and a lot of his shortcomings were glossed over by the fact that he had Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. You can get a lot done with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers looked great yesterday against Miami. Still doesn't have really the weapons. Who knows if LaFleur's a good coach, but Aaron Rodgers gets it done. Hasn't really dropped a beat losing Hackett. He's lost a beat losing Devontae Adams, but jeez, anybody would. Nathaniel Hackett, after that game against Seattle, basically came out and said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't really know what I was doing there. My bad. Hopefully it gets better." And we're like, at least he's honest. It didn't look good. He was horrible there, but it's his first game. But quickly came to realization that this dude does not know what he's doing, and is fumbling a talented roster that has the potential to win a Super Bowl. I did talk about the offensive side of the ball. The offensive side of the ball is horrible, but the defensive side of the ball is one of the best in the league. The Broncos have a stud in Patrick Surtain Jr. His first couple seasons first couple seasons with the Broncos, he's been electric. They have one of the best defenses in the league. If they could have just scored 18 points, I forget what their record would be at this point, but they'd be in the playoffs as things stand if they could just score 18 points because the defense is doing their job on the other side of the football. And Nathaniel Hackett is wasting this team, and Russell Wilson also has to step up. Who knows when he gets as head coach for the Broncos? I really would like to see Sean Payton come in and head coach this team. Sean Payton, I think, would actually be even better on the Chargers, but the Broncos are the first one to bite the bullet. And I don't think I think the Chargers are going to make the playoffs, so I don't think Staley gets fired, even though I still don't think Staley is that good of a coach. But since the Broncos pulled the trigger, I think they're probably going to be the best opportunity or best opening when the offseason comes around. They're probably not going to hire him right away. He'll probably want to see out his options before the season ends and then make a decision in the offseason and come back to coaching. I really think the Broncos are going to be the favorite for getting Sean Payton. He stepped away from the game, and the Saints. You look at the Saints now, and it's an obvious reason why he stepped away. That team's not going anywhere quickly. They're still burdened salary cap wise by the team that they failed to win a championship with all those years in a row. So it makes sense that he steps away from the Broncos, or steps away from the Saints. But now you have this Broncos opportunity, and maybe Russell Wilson. I don't know what Russell Wilson is as a quarterback. I don't know if he's good. I don't know if it's because of Hackett. I don't know if he's actually trash. I don't know. And I was such a big fan of Russell Wilson coming into this year, and I thought so highly of him to the point that I thought the Broncos were going to win the Super Bowl. If the Broncos are able to go out and get a Sean Payton or somebody else out, just anybody out there, I still really like this Broncos football team. They have so much talent. There's no way, if they go get a competent head coach, things look this bad next year. There's no way Russell Wilson, at the very least, looks this bad next year. Are you a Broncos fan? Let me know down in the comments what you think, because I'm sure you're thrilled. I'm sure you're absolutely thrilled that Hackett's gone. Didn't even last the full season. It wasn't quite as bad as Urban Meyer last year, but there's been nothing to hold on to offensively. Last in points, last in touchdowns, most sacks allowed in the league, worst in red zone, worst across the board, worst offense in the league. That this offense has Courtland Sutton, has Jerry Jeudy. Javonte Williams goes down earlier in the season. Russell Wilson. This team is too good to have a season like this. So I really hope the Broncos are able to go out and find their guy, because that team is so talented, and that division is not going to get any worse. The Raiders got some thinking to do. The Chargers are getting better. I don't believe in Staley, but they got a lot of talent. Justin Herbert's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and Patrick Mahomes is the MVP this season. And the Chiefs are the best team in football, arguably. They're not going anywhere. The division's going to be fun. If they're able to get a coach, bring him in there, make Russ look better, make this team look better. Who do you think should be the next Broncos coach? Sean Payton, I think, is the obvious answer. But you got anybody else out there? Please let me know. If you're a Broncos fan, celebrate down in the comments. Have fun. I'm sure this is a fun time for you, even though the season's definitely over for y'all. But thank you all very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, everybody.